And that is how the street teachings evolved in China.
Remy, we're in Taiwan, not China, okay?
Oh yeah, you're right. So, why am I here in Taiwan talking about this? Why am I talking about Chinese folk religion in Taiwan? I'm here at the Confucius Temple of Taipei, and the Confucian bell behind me says 复兴中华文化 or rebuild Chinese culture in Mandarin. A large portion of Taiwanese population are descendants of Han people that migrated from China from the 17th to the early 20th century. They brought Chinese culture and therefore folk religion along with them. In 1949, the Chinese Communist Party took over China. During the Cultural Revolution in the 1960s and 70s, traditions and religions were heavily repressed. While this cultural disaster was going down in China, the Chinese Nationalist Party that fled to Taiwan launched a Chinese Cultural Renaissance movement in 1966. Many goals were set, among them improve educational standards with Confucian values and the freedom of religion. And that's why I'm in Taiwan talking about Chinese folk religion. Taiwan's history makes it a unique place to witness the practice of it. In Taiwan, you will notice that temples are everywhere and in many different forms. 12,000. That's the number of registered temples in Taiwan. And if we calculate the country's temples per capita, it's just as high as the ratio of bakeries per capita in France. Taiwan's temples vary greatly. Let's break them down by size. There are district temples, neighborhood temples, and even street temples. Oh, of course, there are also Jewish temples, Christian churches, and Muslim mosques, but traditional temples just outnumber them by far. They are either Taoist or Buddhist. As we saw in the last episode, most of them have both Buddhist and Taoist deities, and the majority of people don't really bother making a differentiation. These temples play a central role in daily religious life. They are where people go BaiBai. BaiBai means pay respects, but it also refers to all the rituals people perform in temples. By the way, it's BaiBai, not bye-bye, even though they are the same Chinese characters. Temple goers light incense and pray in front of the gods. Ghost money or just paper is burned to make sure that the deceased and the gods can afford everything they need in the underworld. Oftentimes, street temples are more like a daily gathering place where elders in the neighborhood come to drink tea and chat under the care of divine spirits. Street temples are pretty small, with 1 or 2 altars, a Taoist one and a Buddhist one, just to make sure that nobody is left out. Neighborhood temples are more defined. These temples tend to lean toward being either Buddhist or Taoist. They are usually medium-sized buildings with big hall where you can find 4 or 5 altars. They also have principal god like Buddha Guanyin or Mazu. Buddha Guanyin was really big in China. Her popularity also migrated to Taiwan along with the Han people. Mazu is the goddess of the sea and has traditionally been worshipped in Fujian. When people from that region migrated to Taiwan, they believed Mazu helped them to safely travel across the strait. So she became really big in Taiwan. In neighborhood temples, people come for a routine BaiBai to ask for good fortune, but they also come for specific requests. In Chinese folk religion, there's a ton of gods, and each of them can solve a different problem for you. For example, there's a god called Wenchang. Students usually ask him for good grades during exam season. Another one is called Yue Lao. He is the guy you need to see if you have a crush on somebody. Guan Gong, we've mentioned him before, the great Chinese general. He represents loyalty and honesty. Policemen go bye-bye to him, but also the mafia guy. Temples can get pretty crowded at traditional festivals. People like to bring their family with them to bye-bye. The main ones are Chinese New Year, Tomb Sweeping Day, and Mid-Autumn Festival. Chinese New Year originated from Taoist traditions. The upcoming year of the lunar calendar is celebrated and people ask for prosperity. It generally occurs from late January to February. Families get together, eat a lot, and gift red envelopes with money in them. The 5th day of the 4th month is Tomb Sweeping Day. Confucianism values gave birth to this holiday. Families pay respect to their ancestors by visiting their tombs and taking care of them. A lot of ghost money is burned on this day. Mid-Autumn Festival takes place on the full moon of the 8th month of the lunar calendar, generally September. People celebrate the moon and the start of the harvesting season. Families gather together, eat mooncake and you get it, also eat a lot of food. Neighborhood temples also organize annual celebrations dedicated to their principal god. People parade in costumes around the neighborhood, show off the god's statue, and set off firecrackers. It's pretty spectacular. District temples serve the same functions as neighborhood temples, but they are bigger and have multiple halls. People follow a particular order, and if you are lost, there's normally volunteers to help you through the process. First, you go BaiBai to the gods at the main hall. After that, you take a lap and stop at different deities. How long you stop at each depends on your needs and requests. The bigger a temple is, the more divine power it has in the eyes of the worshippers. Taiwanese religious life does not only take place inside the temples. A lot of Taiwanese families also have altars in their homes. More traditional families BaiBai every day at home in front of their altar. For others, at minimum, they will stop by during the traditional festivals. Businesses also BaiBai for prosperity. Twice a month, you will notice people setting up altars on the street in front of traditional businesses. They will put loads of food on the table and burn incense and ghost money. And if you are curious, yes, the food is eaten after the rituals. People consider it to be blessed. Temple life, going to BaiBai with family and participating in traditional festivals are the main ways that people practice Chinese folk religion over here in Taiwan. But since folk religion does not follow any strict rules, depending where you're from in Taiwan, you will probably find different local rituals. To understand more in depth this particular aspect of Chinese folk religion, there is a film documentary that came out a couple months ago that I recommend you. It's called Holy Family. Liang, the producer, returns to his family after 20 years away from home. He films his reunion with his family day by day, where he confronts them with the superstitions that seem to guide their lives. It's a moving film that skillfully portrays Taiwan's rural atmosphere and how each family has their own practice of folk religion. Thank you for staying with me if you are still here. And if you are interested in how Chinese folk religion shapes the modern-day Taiwanese society, check the video right here.